How many of you here have not complained about traffic? Not complained about traffic. That's two hands. Very less, right? There's hardly a day when we literally don't complain about traffic, probably even today. Let me just share one small instance. In 2018, I was on my way to school on a BMTC bus, and there's this place that's all jam almost every day. Everybody wanted to go to their destination in a rush. There's a total chaos there. That 15-year-old me hopped off into action and successfully cleared the gridlock, because of which someone reached their workspace by at least 10 minutes earlier than they would have. In a developing country like India, there's seldom a day when people don't face problems. Even today, while coming on this Magdi road, or probably you would have said, right, potholes, traffic, garbage. As the nation with the largest number of youngsters, it is imperative for the youth to take up a fair share of their responsibilities and tackle these problems. But what we see on a day-to-day basis is rather this lack of thought, initiative, or understanding towards our responsibility towards a better society. The other day when I was there, I had a choice, right? I could have just sat there, complained about traffic like the rest of them did. But what I instead chose to do was initiate action. Now, any problem you take is outrightly met with these two questions. I am not responsible for this problem. Why should I bother? Or probably, even if I do take up responsibility, so I am Dhruv Nagarajan Kaundinya again, currently studying at BMS College of Engineering, Baswangudi, and I'm here to share my story and how it is an antithesis to these two questions that were shared. I would like to expound upon the activities that I've participated, volunteered, or initiated in this thing. Now, there was a time when seasons were properly defined in Bengaluru, for that matter. If you see, it's raining in almost every month barring a few, and we casually mock at Bangalore's weather. It is sunny in the morning, suddenly rains in the afternoon, and becomes very cold by night. But well, climate change is indeed real. Global warming is also on the rise. But question yourself, what is it that we are doing in our everyday lives to help mitigate this? Some simple steps. What am I doing to reduce this? We read a lot of articles, right, about environment, climate change, etc. We participate in debate competitions, we do paintings, a lot of things. But what is it that we are really doing? And also, the first thing that you would picture yourself in the mind when I say climate change is you would paint plastic to be the villain of the story. I mean, well, it is. There are multiple reasons why it should be. Well, here is obviously one reason why it definitely should be pictured as the villain of the story. Do we really need all this plastic packaging? They pack fresh vegetables with plastic to keep them fresh. There is far so much of this plastic usage today. All of them end up in pictures, garbage like this. Now, there's a time when I used to Google for these photos for my project reports in school, but probably in my gallery I have more pictures of them than myself. So anyway, according to BBMP's records, you wouldn't believe, but I have the data to support, close to 5,000 to 6,000 metric tons of waste is generated from the city every day. And plastic is a major contributor, in specific single-use plastic, I can say. Now, this convenience of use and throw has become so established, it's very difficult to change this. Any small parties, functions, or weddings that you see, they make use of single-use cutlery. Nobody thinks of the amount of waste they generate out of this event. They leave it to the caterers, right? So you would ask what's the solution, and it's already repeated around 4 times from morning. I'm a proud beneficiary too. During the recent Dasara celebrations at our home, we organize dolls and we call a lot of people home. Definitely you all next year too. We served food to more than 500 people in only steel cutlery, in steel spoons and steel plates, all of which were borrowed from an organization, Adamya Chetana. They have around 10,000 plates. We went there, we just brought them back to our house, wash, and return. We did save a lot of waste that was generated, that could have been generated. Now, I believe, this whole perception of how people see waste has to change. It has to change from BBMP's responsibility, BBMP, which is Brihad Bengaluru Mahanagara Palike, which is our municipal corporation, to my responsibility. My waste is my responsibility. Now, I leaped from Dasara celebrations at our house. In conversation with the junior health inspector of Baswangudi, we found that in 2021, nearly 4 tons of waste was lifted from just this event. Earlier this year, I joined this wonderful team at college, Institute Social Responsibility Cell, a group of like-minded people determined to work for a cause. And the fact that this Kadle Kai Parshe happens right in front of our college made it even more important for us to help reduce this plastic waste. We started off by making an awareness video requesting people to get their own bags to the fair. We said, Kadlekai Parshege Banni, Kai Chila Tani, which means come to the fair, get your own bag when you come to the fair. We don't have a practice of carrying our bags even to shops, right? This 15-minute usage of a plastic cover or a cover that we buy has a consequence of a lifetime. So we started off by requesting people to get their own bags to the fair. And then in order to provide alternatives to plastics that were already banned by BBMP since 2018, and these paper covers that could hold a maximum of 1 or 2 liters of groundnuts, we thought of making cloth bags, not from fresh piece of cloth, but from old clothes in clean condition. So this thing is called Chila Mela. In a week before Kadle Kai Parshe, we collected clothes from close to 21 different apartment associations on Kanakpura Road, all of which were stitched into beautiful cloth bags in just a single week by tailors. And with the amount of bags we collected, we made close to 5,000 of them, all of which was distributed to the vendors. Thank you. So, that was the pictures you can show. Anyway, so out of this, after doing all of this, we thought, is 5,000 a small number as compared to 2.2 lakh people? I mean, definitely you would relate and say it's a small number. But not only did we do this as a part of distributing these bags or something, but every person we came through while doing this has a seed planted in them. We succeeded in sensitizing this problem. It was certainly a defining moment in my life when this was appreciated by the Honorable Chief Minister of Karnataka, Shri Baswaraj Bommai. Pollution and the harsh effect of plastic is known to many, but I really doubt if you've ever wondered about what happens to the millions of textbooks that go waste every academic semester or term. They get printed. They've become like single-use cutlery now. You use it for your semester and discard it after its use, and neither can your juniors make use of these books. It's a good thing that they're going to recycle shops, but again, the whole process has to repeat. Paper making, to make 1 ton of paper, it takes 3 tons of trees, and also leads to a lot of water and air pollution. So in 2021, just as we were unlocking from the COVID-19 lockdown, there was this message that was posted in our neighborhood group saying I wanted to give all the reference materials for free. And I got a library full of books. Initially, my parents were like, I could have bought them for you. But after my examinations, my goal was to make sure these books will reach some student and will not end up in shops that will either recycle or repurpose this. Because also, all these books are extremely resourceful, at the same time, very exorbitant and expensive to a lot of students. Many students will not be able to purchase these books. So we started off, after my examinations, we collected a few books from my friends. Soon this resonated, like-minded people pulled in. In 2021, we collected close to 2,500 of them. And in 2022, we collected 3,000 books, all of which was donated to a government PU college in Kolar district. A place where access to such materials was, a dream. Resources worth close to 4 lakh rupees was a dream. Now they promised to recycle these books every year. My message from this is, unless and until it's very necessary, do not purchase new books. Try to borrow books from your seniors, use them, give it to your juniors. Now, Bangalore has a very vibrant network of all these citizens who are making a difference every day, and I'm proud to be just one among them. And if you've observed, there is more of we than I throughout the talk. All of this change has not happened because of one person or one company. It's because of champions who have believed in collective action and finding solutions to local problems. All these ideas like book collection drive or the Chila Mela weren't complex ideas. We dedicated our some amount of our brain thinking to this space, and we found solutions, we executed it. The only thing that continues to inspire me even today is that my efforts matter and it will make a difference. Right, each of us must start making climate conscious decisions in our lives, everyday lives. Many of us are still unaware or in denial of our future. There is this mindset that is plaguing most Bengalurians: can't see, won't hurt, which is very dangerous. That has to change. Thank you.